I had a post on Threads do pretty well, over 2,100 comments. And the post says, we're moving to Texas. What are three things that we need to know? There's a lot of positive comments. And then there's a lot of just blasphemous things. Now, I'm originally from California, and we are moving to Texas. And I'm sure that there's going to be a ton of hate comments in this comment section, basically saying, don't California my Texas, go back to California, don't come, Texas is full. I guarantee it's gonna be like that Threads post. It's all good. The idea of this channel, the idea of everything that we're doing here is to adapt to the new culture that Texas has, adapt to what San Antonio has to offer. Because you don't move to a new place like Texas or San Antonio to do the same things you've always done. You do that, you make that move because you want something new. You want to improve the value of your life in the way that that city has to offer. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Danny. I'm a real estate agent in Southern California, now in Central Texas, which is super exciting for us. We are a veteran operated real estate group in Los Angeles, and we've expanded all the way down to San Diego, and now we've expanded again to the state of Texas, which is super exciting because we're expanding to San Antonio specifically, because it's Military City, USA, and there's no better fit for San Antonio than Romeo Echo. By the way, part of the mission here is to help one of you buy or sell a home in the state of Texas. So if that's something that you're planning to do, although Texas is a massive state, we have connections throughout the entire state and throughout the entire nation. So our contact information is down below. Feel free to contact us. All right, so our main topics today are crime, things to do, and climate. And when I mean climate, I mean, yes, the weather, but I'm also mentioning the climate of the area that we're moving to, the cultural climate, really, and how you need to essentially pay attention to that and make sure that you are making adjustments. First up is crime. And honestly, this was my biggest gripe with the city of San Antonio. There's a lot of crime in this city. It's a higher crime rate than most other cities, and some of other cities that we were considering in the state of Texas. We were considering Austin quite a bit, and it might be a situation where we would be moving back and forth from San Antonio and Austin. I don't know. We'll see how things work out. But yeah, I mean, crime there is higher, and that's why we really considered other areas beside the city of San Antonio. Right now, we don't even live in the city of Los Angeles. We live in suburbs outside of Los Angeles, specifically Santa Clarita, and Santa Clarita is one of the safest cities in the state of California. So we wanted to make sure that we're replicating that with any city that we move to. So we looked at cities like Bernie, Bulverde, but we kept gravitating to this one city, and it's New Braunfels. And we had a lot of positive feedback from people who moved to the state of Texas in regards to New Braunfels. So we were also considering San Marcos, but we felt like it was maybe a little bit too far from both cities. We wanted to be closer to one city. So that's what we really considered. And you want to look at all these crime stats that I'm referencing. It's probably going to be on the screen right now. And despite the higher crime rate, the city of San Antonio was one of the fastest growing cities in Texas in 2022 or 2023. I forget which year. Again, it's going to be on the screen here. But yeah, I mean, despite that fact of higher crime rate, there was a lot of growth, and that's what really attracted us to this city. And I mean, besides that, it's Military City, USA. It makes sense with our branding. We help out a lot of veterans. Aside from veterans, we help out just a lot of civilians as well. So it makes a lot of sense for us to move to this city, but also be relatively close to Austin because we have family in Austin. So these are factors that we really considered when moving to a new city. We wanted something that was a master plan community. We found that in New Braunfels, and we wanted something that had potential growth. We found that in New Braunfels as well. As with any city, there's a lot of unique things that you can do. For instance, you have the range, Riverwalk, Schlitterbahn, rivers, lakes, Six Flags, the Spurs, and tons of festivals throughout the year. There's actually a fair amount to do in the Alamo City. Climate. Now, I heard that Texas is hot, like super hot, very hot. Now, there's a difference between the dry heat and the humidity and the heat that goes along with that. I totally understand that. But we are a couple degrees hotter in Southern California, where I live, and where I used to grow up too. So I understand the heat. I've been to 29 Palms. and that's the devil's butthole. But I didn't want to just talk about weather. That's something that you can look up on your own. One of the things that I wanted to make sure to address is the fact that there's a political climate that you're moving into, and you want to do your own research in that regard as well. What are you going into? What are you really going to be facing if this is something that is contradicts your political views? Now, it doesn't necessarily contradict my political views, but it's something that you want to consider as well. Because if you don't look into these factors, it may be a situation where a lot of these comments that I got on this thread, where people came from California and moved to the state of Texas or any other state, really, they had a bad time because they didn't understand the culture. That's why I really push for people to visit these cities and visit these little towns, even these little neighborhoods, to see what it really feels like. Because you're going to be putting a risk on yourself. Yes, by moving to a new city, a new state, you want to make sure that you're going to really get along with your neighbors, because that's really what makes life in a neighborhood really great. It's the neighbors, it's the people around you. And if you're looking to move into something that has a lot of land separate from other people, either way, you're going to deal with people. So you have to understand this. You have to understand the political climate that you're going into. And I'm not going to say it's right, I'm not going to say it's wrong. I'm just saying it's different from where I am in Southern California. And I understand that. And you should understand that too. From wherever you're coming from, you got to understand that. If you're still watching this video and all of these factors that I've put into the video resonate for you, and it's something that you're still considering, which, I mean, these are all the things that we were looking at when we were planning or thinking about making this move to Texas. If this still resonates for you, I think that it may be worth starting a conversation. Now, we are no pressure. Like, I'm not here to sell you on a property. I'm here to sell you out of properties. It's like kind of my mantra, because I was in a situation where my family was sold into a property and it became a terrible situation. So I don't want that to be the situation for other people. Start the conversation with somebody that you trust to see if it's going to be a right fit for you and your family. If it feels like it's not going to be a right fit, or maybe you can't actually physically travel to the state of Texas, you want to have conversations with somebody, feel free to contact us. All of our contact information is down below. Again, a no pressure type of situation. My team is here to help people make the right decision, and we are nationwide. If you're looking for a move, it's a situation where we can help you anywhere in the nation, as well as Canada. If you want to move to Canada, we got you. But yeah, I think that if you're still here, I think that you've answered the question for yourself, and you've done the research, and you feel like it's the right thing to do for you and your family. It was really easy for us to decide. It was really easy for us to decide because of all the issues that we had here at home and the things that we didn't want to happen to our kids. We wanted to protect our kids. If this video was helpful for you, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video. We're gonna have a lot of home tour videos, a lot of community tour videos that are coming up very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be out in Texas in about a month, and we have the goal of getting a client by the time I get out there. So again, if you're planning on making the move anytime soon, feel free to contact us. If you're a veteran and you want to see the benefits of moving to the state of Texas, take a look at this video. And if you need more veteran specific tips, you're a veteran, we have a dedicated veteran channel, the Romeo Echo channel, that gives you tips on the VA loan, on how to really progress with the VA benefits that you have. It's going to be right here. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the next video. Let's do it.